Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have y'all here. We and I hope you all had a good week. Okay. And we have a comment. Jair Baran said nice. Thank you very much, Jair. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here, Jair. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. And hello, Soul Angel Romero. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here too. Okay. Okay. And okay, as you all know, okay. And Soul Angel said hi, Noreen and everyone. Hello, Soul Angel. And okay. You're very welcome, Soul Angel. Okay. Okay. And this past Thursday, M. Maxwell Elijah said, I'm sorry to ask, but what happened to your nose? Well, I had to go to the doctor Wednesday, to a dermatologist, and he had to remove the basal cell right there at the edge of the nose. And then he had to take some skin right up here and then graft it on my nose right there at the edge of the nose. And that's what happened. And I had to keep this extra patch up here, another patch, so I can wear my glasses better and it won't stick to the tape. I did the best I could, tape it back up. Like, I know I don't have it like they had it, but I did the best I could. But they have a wider tape than I got. I had the smaller one. So, and then I'll get the stitches out this coming Wednesday morning. I'll have the stitches out, and it won't be so bad. It should be like a bandage on both sides. That's what happened. Okay. Thank you, Maxwell Elijah, and welcome, Maxwell Elijah. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. 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 As you know, last Thursday was Gary was 4 years since he passed away, and last Wednesday and Thursday and yesterday wasn't a good day for me. I mean, Thursday and Friday wasn't a good day to have the memorial for him. I'm going to do myself, and I'm going to video it and make a video on it. And so I'm hoping I'll do it maybe tomorrow or Monday. I hope so. Okay. Okay. And Soul Angel said, "Hope you feel better soon. You are a brave woman." Oh, thank you, Soul Angel. There's no pain. There's no pain. It don't hurt. I mean, at first it did afterwards, but I was just did a lot of praying, and I think that was what helped. I know it did, and I just stopped having pain. I mean, at first it did because I was out in the cold waiting on the driver, but I didn't have to wait for the driver very long, so it didn't last long. Then on the way home, the driver and we made conversation, so the whole trip, it was about an hour drive, and so I didn't think about it, so it hasn't been hurting, and I can still sleep, so there's been no problem with that. So trying to keep the glasses on, so I had to put an extra pad up there for the glasses, but no pain. I'm very fortunate. Okay, and we got another comment, and Maxwell said, "In from Uganda, and I love composing poems and stories, but I need to be trained more." Okay, okay. Welcome, welcome, Maxwell. Okay, okay, and um, okay, and so Angel said, "I understand you. I understand you. Yesterday, I would have it. It would have been 44 years married, but this month it's 8 years since he passed. God is good. Yes, God is good. Yes. Okay. Um. And um. Okay. Let me see. Must be Oh, hello, Petros. Welcome, Petros, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. He said, "Good night from Agrino City, Greece. Congratulations for your show. Have a good health." Greek poet Petros Belodas. Okay. Thank you very much, Petros. Then Elizabeth said, "Hi, dear Noreen." Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Um. Okay. Um. Hello, Diggy. Welcome. Hello, Dicky. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. 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 Now I'm gonna read from Reflections. Read our themes poem of the club. Money has have spoiled, but it's coming from Reflections of Our Inner Beings. Okay. Okay. Money has spoiled by Gary Snyder. Okay. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. Okay, and that was Gary's poem, Money Has Spoiled, and it comes from Reflections of Our Inner Beings. We both wrote together. Okay. Okay. Um, Hello, Mark. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Doreen. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. And okay. I'm gonna play this song. You know what? Before I play the Gary's poem he recited a long time ago. Well, I was gonna okay. Oh, and Doreen said, "Thank you. You're very welcome, Doreen." I was going to dedicate this show and only be about Gary, but I changed my mind because I'm going to do another video. So I decided to go along with what I always been doing on here. So that's what I'm doing. So I probably get to do it well, tomorrow's going to be cold. So I probably do it Monday. I don't think I'm going to go outside and do it tomorrow. It's going to be cold tomorrow too. So I think I should do it Monday. I'm going to make different parts for it. Some parts I'll be on here, be inside reading, and other parts I'll be outside. Okay, doing it. So I'm going to put it all together and everything. So I'll have that when I get it up there. I will let you all know. Okay. Now okay. I'm gonna play that one that Gary and I wrote together. Let me find it now. Poem for Lovers. We wrote that together.
Uh-oh.
And the part you hear me...
Hello, Nyla.
Hi, baby girl.
Hello, this is Noreen. Tonight, Gary and I are going to do a duet. And this is a poem. This is a poem we wrote together, and it's a perfect timing because it's right after our wedding anniversary, and it's before Valentine's, and it could be for any couple that is in love.
Okay, baby.
Okay, and this is called. Okay, wait. You ready?
Yeah, are we supposed to do it now?
Yeah. Okay, and this is called A Poem for Lovers. Okay. Give me a gentle touch, and I'll give you rhythm.
I know you, dear.
Give me music, and I'll give you song and dance.
You don't know me.
Give me a tantalizing smile, and I'll give you a kiss of flame.
And I'll be happy. And I'll give you the same.
Give me your Cupid arrow, and I'll give you my heart of true love.
I'll take 'em all, girl.
Give me your sweet lips, and I'll give you a kiss of fire.
You make me scared of life. I'll take you for my wife.
Give me an evening, and I'll give you a paradise of heaven that we won't forget.
Promise love should be one that no one ever forgets. End poem.
End of poem.
Oh, you guys. You need to do more of those. That was awesome.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you,
I
Nala.
told you guys last week, if anyone could make me like Valentine's Day, it would be you guys.
Wow. Did you hear Gary all right on it?
Yes, we could.
Okay.
Welcome to my world, girl.
Okay, thank you.
I love that line.
Yeah.
Awesome, Noreen. You guys doing anything special for Valentine's Day?
Not really. We should stay at home. We'll stay at home.
Wonderful. That's more romantic than anything. Do you want to do me a favor, sweetie pie, and give me your links?
Okay.
Okay, that was Gary and I. And what you heard. Okay, we wrote that together. Years ago. We was on Nyla Alicia's show. Okay, we have a comment. Let me read that first, and I'll explain. Hello, Naxwinette. She said, "Hi, Noreen. Greetings, everyone. Feel better soon, Noreen. I love you. Hello, Naxwinette. And welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here." Okay. And I'm doing good, Naxwinette. And I didn't hurt it or nothing. I had to go to, like I said earlier on the show, I had to go to the my doctor's. He's a dermatologist. Wednesday, I had to go all the way to Brandon to have it done, and he took a basal cell out right there at the edge of the nose. Then he had to go right here and take some of the skin off, and graft it on my edge of my nose right there. And I'm not in no pain. I mean, they told me, well, you take Tylenol if you need to, or Benadryl before you go to bed. I didn't have to do any of that. When I went out, well, it was hurt at first, but when I went outside waiting on my driver, it did hurt because I was in a cold. But then it didn't last very long. And then and then the driver came. He came fast, and then we him the driver and we should have had a conversation going. So I never thought about it, if it's hurting or not. And when time I got home, I realized it's not even hurting. So I'm not hurting at all. So I did a lot of praying, and I'm doing good. And then I'll get the stitches out next. I'll get the stitches out next Wednesday morning, and then I won't have all this. But right now I got this extra pad on here for my glasses, so they won't stick to the tape right there. Okay. Um, and Maxwell said, "Thank you, hon. That is awesome. I'm glad you're doing well." Okay. Thank you, Maxwell. Okay. And okay. Oh, about the poem. Okay. About that poem. Well, we wrote it together years ago. I cannot remember the date now, but well, I did the first couple lines. Okay, excuse me, the first couple of lines. Then I asked Gary, do you know, can you help me with this? We get it started. Well, he said a line or two. Then I said a couple lines, and then she went back and forth. That's how that poem came about. And what you was hearing, I was reading my lines, and he was reading his lines on there. So I'm proud of what we did. I was told that we really did really good. And because somebody who don't know poetry, I don't think he did. He heard it while we were doing it, and he said, "Y'all really good." He liked it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to read from the complete works of William Shakespeare, Volume 1. Okay, we have a comment. And Doreen saying that was very good. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you very much. Okay. And remember, we're on the second play, and we're on Act 5, Scene 1. The play I'm reading is Love's Labor's Lost, and I'm on Act 5, Scene 1, the same. Enter Holofernes, Sir Nathaniel, and Doe. Holofernes. Satis quod supposit, Nathaniel, Sir Nathaniel. I praise God for you, sir. Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and sententious, pleasant without scurrility, witty without affection, audacious without impudency, learned without opinion, and strange without heresy. I did converse this quodam day with a companion of the king's, who is intitulated, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armado. Holofernes. Nobi hominin conquamque. His humor is lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue filled, his eyes ambitious, his gait majestic, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and prosonical. He is too picked, too spruce, too affected, too odd, as if it were too progresso as I may call it. Nathaniel, a most singular and choice epithet, draws out his table book. Holofernes. He draws out the thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical fantasminic, such insociable and point-device companions, such wreckers of orthography as to speak doubt, fine, when he should say doubt, debt, when he should pronounce debt, D-E-B-T, and not D-E-T. He clippeth a cough, hap, hop, neighbor, vocator, never, nay, abbreviated nay. This is abominable, which he would call abominable. It insinuated me of insomnia and intelligence. Domina, to make frantic, lunaric. Nathaniel, Laudio, bene intelligio. Holofernes, Fort bon Pricium, a little scratch, 'twill Nathaniel, bedisnet guess, Venus, Holofernes, Bidio et Gaudio. Okay, let me. Okay. Enter Amado Motel. Wait, enter Armado, Moth, and Coaster. Um, Armado, Sirrah, to Moth. Holofernes, Quada Sirrah, not Sirrah. Armado, men of peace well encountered. Holofernes, most military, sir, salutation. Moth, aside to Coaster. They have been at a great feast of languages and stolen the scraps. Costado. Oh, Coaster. Oh, they have lived long on the alms basket of words. I marvel thy master hath not eaten the forest word, for thou art not so long by the head as honorifical of vilitude eruditiibus. Thou art easier swallowed than a flat dragon. And Moth, peace, the peal begins. Armado, to Holofernes, Monsieur, are you not lettered? Moth, yes, yes. He teaches boys the horn book. What is a B spelled backwards with the horn on his head? Holofernes, bah, Perthia, with a horn added. Moth, bah, most silly sheep with a horn. You hear his learning? Holofernes, keys, thou consonant. Moth, the third of the 5 vowels, if you repeat them, or the 5th, if I. Holofernes, I will repeat them. A-E-I. Moth, the sheep. The other 2 conclude at it-o-u. Armado. Now, by the salt wave of the Mediterranean, a sweet touch, a quick venue of wit. Snip, snap, quick and home, it rejoices my intellect. True wit. Moth, offered by a child to an old man, which is with old. Holofernes. What is a figure? What is a figure? Mop. Horn. Holofernes. Thou disputest like an infant. Go with thy gig. Moth. Lend me your horn to take one, and I will whip about your infamy circa a gig of a cuckoo's horn. Coastered. And I had but one penny in the world. Thou shouldst have it to buy gingerbread. Hold there in this very remuneration I had of thy master. Thou have penny purse of wit, thou pigeon egg of discretion. Oh, and the heavens were so pleased that thou wert but my bastard. What a joyful father! Wouldn't thou make me? Go to, thou hast it at dunghill, at the fingers' ends, as they say. Holofernes. Oh, I smell false Latin. Dunghill for unborn. Armado. Erisman prob um, preambulate. We will be singled from the barbarous. Do you not educate youth at the charged hounds on the top of the mountain? Holofernes. Or moons the hill. Armado. At your sweet pleasure for the mountain. Holofernes. I do, sans question. Armado. Sir, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess at her pavilion in the postures of this day, which the rude multitude call the afternoon. Burns. The posture of the day, most generous, sir, is liable, congruent, and measurable for the afternoon. The word is well oiled, is well cold, close, sweet, and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure. Armado. Sir, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure ye, very good friend. For what is inward between us, let it pass. I do beseech thee, remember thy courtesy. I beseech thee, apparel thy head, and among other important and most serious designs, and of great import indeed too. But let that pass, for I must tell thee, it will please his grace by the world sometimes to lean upon my poor shoulder, and wish his royal finger thus daily with my excrement, with my mustachio. But sweet heat, oh, sweetheart, but sweetheart, let that pass. By the world I recount no fable. Some certain spatial honors it pleases his greatness to impart to Amardo, a soldier, a man of travel, that hath seen the world. But let that pass. The very all of all is, but sweetheart, I do implore secrecy, that the king would have me present the princess, sweet Chuck, with some delightful ostentation, or show, or pageant, or antique, or firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sudden breaking out of mirth, as if it were, I have acquainted you withal, to the end to crave your assistance. Okay. Okay, Holofernes. Sir, You shall present before her the 9 worthies. Sir, as concerning some entertainment of time, some show in the posterior of the state to be rendered by our assistants, at the king's command, and this most gallant, illustrate, and learned gentleman before the princes, I say none so fit as to present the 9 worthies. Nathaniel, where will you find men worthy enough to present them? Holofernes, Joshua, yourself, myself, and this gallant gentleman, Judas Maccabeus, this swain, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great, the page Hercules. Armado, pardon, sir, err, he is not quantity enough for that worthy's thumb. He is not so big as the end of his club. Holofernes, shall I have audience? He shall present Hercules in minority. His enter and exit shall be strangling a snake, and I will have an apology for that purpose. Mop, an excellent device. So, if any of the audience has, you must cry, well done, Hercules. Now thou crushest the snake. That is a way to make an offense gracious, though few have the grace to do it. Armado, for the rest of the worthies, Holofernes, I will play 3 myself. Mop, 3 worthy gentlemen? Armado, shall I tell you a thing? Holofernes, we attend. Armado, we will have, if this fudge not an antique, I beseech you, follow. Holofernes, be a good man, Dole. Thou hast spoken no word all this while, Dole, nor understood none, neither, sir. Holofernes, Allions, we will employ thee, Dole, all make one in a dinks or so, or I will play on the tabor to the worthies, and let them dinks the hay. Holofernes, most dull, honest dull, to our sport away. Okay. Okay. Now scene 2, the same. Okay. Enter the Princess Catherine, Rosaline, and Maria. Princess, sweethearts, we shall be rich ere we depart. If barons come this plentifully in, a lady walled about with diamonds. Look you, what I have from the loving king. And Rosalind, Madame, came nothing else along with that? Princess, nothing but this? Yes, as much love in rhyme as would be crammed up in a sheet of paper, right o' both sides a leaf, margin and all, that he was fain to seal on Cupid's name. Rosalind, that was a way to make his godhead wask. For he hath been 5,000 years a boy. Catherine, ay, and a shrewd unhappy gallows too. Rosalind, you'll never be friends with him. Killed your sister. Catherine, he made her aunt melancholy, sad, and heavy, and so she died. Had she been like you, of such a merry, nimble, stirring spirit, she might have been a grandmom, or she died ere she died. And so may you, for light heart lives long. Rosalind, what's your dark meaning, Mouse, of this light word? Catherine, a light condition and a beauty dark. Rosalind, We need more light to find your meaning out. Catherine, you'll mar the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore, I'll darkly end the argument. Rosalind, look, what you do it still in the dark. Catherine, so do not you, for you are a light wench. Rosalind, indeed I weigh not you, and therefore light. Catherine, you weigh me not. Oh, that's you. Care not for me. Rosalind, great reason, for past curse is still past care. Princess, will bandy both, a set of will played. But Rosalind, you have a favor too. Who sent it? Who sent it? And what is it? Rosalind, I would you knew. And if any my face were but as fair as yours, my favor were as great. Be witness this. Nay, I have verses too. I think Byron. The numbers true, and were the numbering too. I were the fairest goddess on the ground. I am compared to 20,000 fairs. Oh, that he hath drawn my picture in his letter. Princess, anything like? Rosalind, much in the letters, nothing in the praise. Princess, beauteous as ink, a good conclusion. Catherine, fair as a text, be in a copy book. Rosalind, weird pencils, ho, let me not die your debtor. My red domicile, my golden letter. Oh, that your face were not so full of O's. Catherine, a pox of that jest, and I bestrew all shrouds. Princess, but Catherine, what was sent to you from fair Domain? Catherine, Madame, this glove. Princess, did he not send you twain? Catherine, yes, madame, and moreover, some thousand verses of a faithful lover, a huge translation of hypocrisy, vilely compiled, profound simplicity. Um, was Maria, this and this and these pencils to wait, Maria, this and these pearls to me sent Longsville. The letter's too long by half a mile. Princess, I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short? Maria, or I would these hands might never part. Princess, we are wise girls to mock our lovers so. Rosalind, they are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Byron, I'll torture ere I go. Oh, that I knew he were but in by the week. How I would make him fawn and beg and seek, and wait the season, and observe the times, and spend his prodigal wits in bootless rhymes, and shape his service woefully to my highest and make him proud to make me proud that Jesus, so pertant like would I oversway his state, that he should be my fool and I his fate. Princes, none are so surely caught when they when they are catched, as wit turns foul, fool, folly and wisdom hashed hath wisdom's warrant and the help of school, and wit's own grace to grace a learned fool. Rosalind, the blood of youth burns not with such excess as gravity's revolt to wantonness. Maria, folly in fools bears not so strong a note as foolery in the wise when wit doth dote. since all the power thereof it doth apply, to prove by wit, worth, and simplicity. Princes, here comes Boyer, and mirth is in his face. Enter Boyet. Boy, wait. Oh, Boyet. Boyet. Oh, I am stabbed with laughter. Where's her grace? Princes, thy news, Boyet? Boyet. Prepare, madame, prepare. Arm, winches, arm. Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguised. Armed in arguments, you'll be surprised. Muster your wits, stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards, and fly hence. Princes, saddest Dennis to St. Cupid. Oh, St. Dennis to St. Cupid. What are they that charge their breath against us? Say, scout, say. Boyet, under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close mine eyes some half an hour. View, lo, to interrupt any purpose rest. Toward that shade I might behold address the king and his companions. Warily I stole into a neighbor thicket by, and overheard what you shall overhear, that by and by disguised they will be here. Their herald is a pretty knavish page, that well by heart have conned his ambassadors. Action and accent did they reach him there. Thus must thou speak, and thus thy body there, and ever and anon they made a doubt. Presence majestical would put him out. For, quoth the king, an angel shalt thou see, yet fear not thou, but speak audaciously. The boy replied, an angel is not evil. I should have feared her had she been a devil. With that all laughed and clapped him on the shoulder, making the bold wag by their praise holder. One rubbed his elbow thus, and fleered and swore. A better speech was never spoke before. Another, with his finger and his thumb, cried, Via, we will do it, come, what will come? The third he capered, and cried, all goes well. The fourth turned on the toe, and down he fell. With that they all did tumble on the ground, with such a jealous laughter, so profound, that in this spleen ridiculous appears to shake their folly pageants solemn tears. Princes, but what, come they to visit us? Boyet, they do, and are apparelled thus, like Muscovites or Russians, as I guess. Their purpose is to part, to court and dance, and every one his love fest will advance unto his several mistress, which will know by favors sovereign, by favors several, which they did bestow. Princes, and will they so? The gallant shall be taxed. For ladies, we will every one be next, and not a man of them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Hold, Roston, this favor thou shalt wear, and taken, and then the king will court thee for his dear. Hold, take thou this, my sweet, and give me not thine. So shall Byron take me for Rosalind, and change your favours too. So shall your love, who contrary deceived by these renew. Rosalind, come on then, where the favours most in sight. Catherine, but in this changing, what is your intent? Princess, the effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it, but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only what my intent. There's several counsel, they on bosom shall to love mistook, and so be mocked withal upon the next occasion that we meet, with visage displayed, to talk and greet. Rosalind, but shall we dance if they desire us to? Princess, no, to the death. We will not move a foot, nor to their penned speech render we no grace. But while this spoke, and each turn away her face, buoyant, why that contempt will kill the speaker's heart, and quiet divorce his memory from his pat part. Princes, therefore I do it, and I make no doubt the rest will never come in if he be out. There's no such sport as sport by sport overthrown, to make theirs ours, and ours none but our own. So shall we stay mocking intended games, and they will mocked be part away with shame. Trumpet sound within buoyant. The trumpet sounds be next. The maskers come, the ladies mask. Enter blackamoors with music. Mop the king, therein Longueville and Domain, and Russian habits, and next. Okay. Um, okay. Mop. Okay. All hail the richest beauties on the earth, buoyant beauties no richer than rich Apetta. Mop, a holy parcel of the fairest dames. The ladies turned their backs to him, that ever turned their backs to mortal views. Byron, aside to Mop, their eyes, villain, their eyes. Mop, that ever turned their eyes to mortal views. Out, buoyant. True, out indeed. Mop, out of your favors, heavenly spirits, about jeep, not to behold. Byron, aside to Mop, wants to behold, rogue. Mop, wants to behold with your sunbeamed eyes. Buoyant, they will not answer to that epithet. You were best call it daughter beamed eyes. Mop, they do not mark me, and that brings me out. Byron, is this your perfectness? Be gone, you rogue. Exit Mop. Rosalind, what would these strangers know their minds, buoyant? If they do speak our language, 'tis our will that some plan man account their purposes, know what they would. Buoyant, what would you with the princes? Byron, nothing but peace and gentle visitation. Rosalind, what would they say? Say they? Buoyant, nothing but peace and gentle visitation. Rosalind, why that they have, and bid them to be gone. Buoyant, She says you have it, and you may be gone. King. Say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure with her on this grass. Boy, they say that they have measured many a mile to tread a measure with you on this grass. Rosalind. It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily odd. Boyer. If you come hither, you have miles, measured miles, and many miles. The princess bid you tell how many inches doth fill up 1 mile. Byron. Tell her, we measure them by weary steps. Boy, she bears herself. Rosalind. How many weary steps of many weary miles you have overgone are numbered in the travel of 1 mile? Byron. We number nothing that we spent for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. Vouchsafed to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like savages, may worship it. Rosalind. My face is but a moon, and clouded. King. Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do. Vouchsafe bright moon, and these thy stars to shine. Those clouds removed upon our watery eye. Rosalind. O vain petitioner, beg a greater matter thou now request, but moonshine in the water. King. Then in our measure do but doubt one change. Thou biddest me beg. This begging is not strange. Rosalind. Play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. Music plays. Not yet, no thanks. Thus change I lit the moon. I like the moon. King. Will you not dance? How come you thus estranged? Rosalind. You took the moon at full, but now she changed. King. Yet still what she is the moon, and I the man. The music plays, thou save some motions to it. Rosalind. Our ears, thou save it. King. But your legs should do it. Rosalind. Since you are strangers and come here by chance, will not be nice. Take hands. We will not dance. King. Wife, take we hands then. Rosalind. Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts, and so the major ends. King. More major of this major, be not nice. Rosalind. We can afford no more at such a price. King. Pride you yourselves? What buys your company? Rosalind. Your absence only. King. That can never be. Rosalind. Then cannot we be bought? And so adieu. Twice to your adviser, and half once to you. King. If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat. Rosalind. In private then. King. I am best pleased with that. They converse apart. Byron. White-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee. Princess. Honey and milk and sugar, there is 3. Byron. Nay then, 2 trays, and if you grow so nice, Nepthagon, wort and Mulmsy will run dice. There's half a dozen sweets. Princes. 7 sweet, adieu. Since you can cog, I'll play no more with you. Byron. 1 word in secret. Princes. let it not be sweet. Byron, thou grieve my gall. Princess, gall bitter. Byron, therefore meet. They converse apart. Dumaine, will you vouchsafe with me to change a word? Maria, name it. Dumaine, fair lady, Maria, say you so, fair lord? Take that for your fair lady. Dumaine, please it you, as much in private, and I'll bid adieu. They converse apart. Catherine, what was your wizard made without a tongue? Longueville, I know the Trojan lady, why you ask? Catherine, oh, for your reason. Quickly, sir, I long. Longueville, you have a double tongue within your mask, and would afford my speeches wizard half. Catherine, Bill, quote the Dutchman, is not Bill a calf? Longueville, a calf, fair lady. Catherine, no, a fair lord calf. Longueville, let's part the word. Catherine, no, I'll not be your half. Take all and wean it. It may prove an ox. Longueville, look how you butt yourself in the sharp mocks. Will you give horns, chaste lady? Do not so. Catherine, then do a calf before your horns do grew. Longueville, one word in private with you, and I die. Catherine, bless softly then. The butcher hears you cry. They converse apart. Boyet, the tongues of mocking wrenches are as keen as the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair than may be seen above the sense of sense, so sensible. See knit their conference, their conceits have wings, fleeter than arrows, bullets, wind, thought, swifter things. Rosalind, not one word more, my maids. Break off, break off. Byron, by heavens, all dry beaten with pure scoff. King, farewell, mad wenches, you have simple wits. Princess, 20 adieu, my frozen Muscovus. Exit king, lords, and blackamoors. Are these the breeds of wit so wonderful? Wondered at? Buoyant, taper they are, with their sweet breath puffed out. Rosalind, well liking, when they have. Gross, gross, fat, fat. Princess, oh, poverty and wit, keenly pour flout. I will they not think you hang themselves tonight or ever, but in wizards show their faces. This part, Byron was out of countenance quiet. Um, uh, um, um, okay. um, hello, Silva Pereira Nelma. Welcome to the um, portrait, okay, the portrait, um, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. And hello, Laura Blevins, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you all. Okay. Okay. Um. Oh. I lost my page. Let me find it. Okay. Um, um, mhm, mhm. Okay, I think this is where I'm at. Um, okay. Um, Rosalind, will liking, wits they have, gross, fat, princess, oh poverty and wit, chimney, poor flout, I will they not think you hang themselves tonight or ever, but in blizzards show their faces. This part Byron was out of countenance quiet. Rosalind, oh, they were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word. Princes, Byron did swear himself out of all sin, out of all suit. Maria, Dumain was at my service, and his sword. No point, quoth I, my servant straight was mute. Catherine, Lord Longueville said, I came over his heart, and trow you what he called me. Princess, qualm perhaps. Catherine, yes, in good faith. Princess, go sickness as thou art. Rosalind, well, better was wits have worn plain statue caps. But will you hear the king as is my love sworn? Princess, add and quick Byron hath plighted faith to me. Catherine, and Longueville was for my service born. Maria, the name is mine, as sure as bark on a tree. Boyet, madame and pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here in their own shapes, for it can never be. They will digest this harsh indignity. Princes, will they return? Boyet, they will, God knows, and leap for joy, though they are slain with blows. Therefore change favors, and when they repair, blow like sweet roses in the summer air. Princes, how blow? How blow? Speak to be understood. Boyet, fair ladies next are roses in their bud. This next, the nest, sweet commixture shown, are angels veiling clouds or roses blown. Princes, Avant, perplexity, what shall we do if they return in their own shapes to woo? Rosalind, good madame, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still, as well known as disguised. Let us complain to them what fools were here, disguised like Muscovites in shapeless gear, and wonder what they were and to what end their shadows shows, and prologue vilely pianist, and their rough carriage so ridiculous should be presented at our text to us. Boyet, ladies, withdraw. The gallants are at hand. Princes, whip to our tent as rows run over land. Exit Princess Rosalind, Catherine, and Maria. Okay, that was it right now, and I'll finish the scene 2 next week, next Saturday. Okay. Um, 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 Now I'm going to read Ara Lee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The 8th book. We got there's 9 books altogether, and we're starting the 8th book. Okay. One eve it happened when I sat alone upon the terrace of my tower, a book upon my knees, to counterfeit the reading that I never read at all, while Marian in the garden down below knelt by the fountain. I could just hear thrill the drowsy silence of the exhausted day, and peeled a new fig from that purple heap in the grass beside her, turning out the red to feed her eager child, who sucked at it with vehement lips across a gap of air as he stood opposite, face in curls aflame, with that last sunray, crying, "Give me, give!" and stamping with imperious baby feet. We're all born princes. Something startled me, the laugh of sad and innocent souls that breaks abruptly, as if frightened at itself. 'Twas Marian laughed. I saw her glance above in sudden shame that I should hear her laugh, and straightway dropped my eyes upon my book, and knew the first time 'twas Boccaccio's tale, The Falcons. If the lover who for love destroyed the best that loved him, some of us do it still, and then we sit and laugh no more. Laugh you, sweet Marian, you're the right to laugh, since God himself is for you and a child. For me, there's somewhat less, and so I sigh. The heavens were making room to hold the night, to the sevenfold heavens unfolding all their gates, to let the stars out slowly, prophesied in close approaching event, not discerned, while still the e um while still the cuck owls from the cypresses of the Poggio called and counted every pulse of the sky palpitation. Gradually, the purple and transparent shadows slow had filled up the whole valley to the brim, and flooded all the city, which you saw as some drowned city in some enchanted sea, cut off from nature, drawing you who gaze with passionate desire to leap and plunge and find the sea king with Ve- with a Venus of waves and treacherous soft eyes and slippery locks you cannot kiss, but you shall bring away their salt upon your lips. The Duomo bell strikes 10, as if it struck 10 fathoms down, so deep, and 50 churches answer it, the same with 20 various instances. Some gaslights a tremble along squares and streets. The pity's palace front is drawn in fire, and passageways Maria Novella place, and which the mystic obelisks stand up, triangular, pyramidal, in unique based. Upon it, 4 square brazen turquoises to guard that fair church, Bernardi's bride. The stares out from her large, blind, dinky eyes, her quadrant and military dials, black, with ribbons of many suns and moons, in vain inquiry for so rich a soul as his, Methinks I have plunged. I see it all so dear, clear. And oh, my heart, the sea king. In my ears, the sound of waters. There he stood, my king. I felt him rather than behold him. Up I rose as if he were my king indeed, and then sate down in trouble at myself, and struggling for my woman's inquiry. This pitiful, but women are so made. We'll die for you, perhaps, is probable, but we'll not spare you an inch of our full height. We will have our whole just stature, 5 feet 4, though laid out in our coffins. Pitiful. You, Romney, Lady Waldemar is here. He answered in a voice which was not his. I have her letter. You shall read it soon. But first, I must be heard a little. I, who have waited long and travelled far for that, although your thought to have vowed to shut a tedious book and farewell. Ah, you dog-eared such a page, and here you find me. Did he touch my hand, or but my sleeve? I trembled, hand and foot. He must have touched me. Will you sit? I asked, and motioned to a chair. But down he sate, a little slowly, as a man in doubt. Upon the couch beside me, couch and chair, being wheeled upon the terrace. You are you are come, my cousin Romney. This is wonderful. But all is wonder on such summer nights, and nothing should surprise us any more. Who see that miracle, stars? Behold, I sign above, where all the stars were out, as if an urgent bent had started there, a secret writing from a sombre page, a black last moment, crowded suddenly with hurrying splendors. Then you do not know? He murmured. Yes, I know, I said. I know I had the news from Vincent Carrington, and yet I did not think you would leave the work in England for so much even, though of course you'll make a workday of your holiday and turn it to our Tuscan people's U.S., who much need helping since the Austrian bore, so bold to cross the Alp to Lombardy and dash his brute front unabashed against the steep snow bosses of that shield of God, who soon shall rise in wrath and shake it clear. Come hither also, raking up our grape and olive gardens with his tyrannous tusk, and rolling on our maize with all his swine. You have the news from Vincent Carrington, he echoed, picking up the phrase beyond, as if he knew the rest was merely talk, to fill a gap and keep out a strong wind. You have been Vincent's personal news? I answered. All that ruined would his own, I answered. All that ruined world of yours seems crumbling into mirrors. Carrington has chosen wisely. Do you take it so? He cried. And is it possible at last? He paused there, and then, inward to himself, too much at last, too late, yet certainly, and there his voice swayed as an alpine plank that fills a passionate torrent underneath. The knowledge, had I known it first or last, had never changed the actual case for me, and best for her at this time. Nay, I thought, he loves Kate Ward, it seems now, like a man, because he has married Lady Waldemar. Ah, Vincent's letter said how Lee was moved to hear that Vincent was betrothed to Kate. With that, what cracked pictures go we to too deep wells in this world? Then I spoke. I did not think, my cousin, you had ever known Kate Ward. In fact, I never knew her. 'Tis enough that Vincent did, and therefore chose his wife for other reasons than those topaz eyes I've heard of. Not to undervalue them, for all that one takes up the world with eyes. Including Romney Lee, I thought again, albeit he knows him only by repute. How vile must all men be, since he's a man. His sweet, pathetic voice, as if he guessed I did not surely love him, took the word. You never got a letter from Lord Howe a month that, dear Ara. None, I said. I felt it so. I felt it was so, he replied. Yet strange. Sir Blaise Delorme has passed through Florence. By chance, I saw him in Our Lady Church. I saw him, mark you, but he saw not me. Clean washed in holy water from the count of thieves terrestrial, letters and the rest. He had crossed us out together with his sins. Strange, but only strange that good Lord Howe preferred him to the post because of Paul's. For me, I'm sworn never to trust a man, at least with letters. There were facts to tell, to smooth with eyes and accent, Howe supposed. Well, no matter. There was dubious need. You heard the news from Vincent Carrington, and yet perhaps you had been startled less to see me, dear Ara, if you had read that letter. Now, he sets me down as that next. I think I've draped myself in woman's pride to a perfect purpose. Oh, I am vexed, it seems. My friend Lord Howe reputes his friend Sir Blaise to break as softly as a sparrow's egg that lets a bird out tenderly the news of Romney's marriage to a certain saint, to smooth with eye and accent indicate his possible presence. Excellently well. You played your part, my Lady Waldemar, as I played mine. Dear Romney, I began, you did not use of old to be so like a Greek king coming from a taken Troy. 'Twas needful that precursors spread your path with 3 piled carpets to receive your font and dull the sound of T. For myself, be sure, although it frankly grinds the gravel here, I still can bear it. Yet I'm sorry, too, to lose this famous letter, which Sir Blaise has twisted to a lighter absently, to fire some late holy taper. Dear Lord Howe writes letters good for all things but to be, and many a flower of lauding gossipy has dropped wherever such a stem broke off. Of course I feel that, lonely among my vines, where nothing talked of, save the high blight again, and no more Chianti. Still, the letter's use as preparation. Did I start indeed? Last night I started at a cockchafer and shook a half hour after. Have you learnt no more of women, spite of privilege, of such weak flutterings? Why, we like it, sir. We get our powers and our efforts that way. The, the trees stand stiff and still at time of frost, if no wind tears them. But let summer come, when trees are happy, and a breath of bells to set them trembling through a million leaves, and luxury of emotion, something less it takes to move a woman. Let her start and shake at pleasure, nor conclude at yours. The winter's glitter, The winter's bitter, but the summer's green. He answered, be the summer evergreen with you, Ara, though you sweep your sex with somewhat bitter gust from where you live, above them, whirling downward from your heights, your very own pine cones, in a grand disdain of the lowland birds with which you scattered them, so high and cold, odd to others and to yourself, a little less to Romney were unjust, and thus I would not have you. Let it pass, I feel content so. You can bear indeed my sudden step beside you, but for me, it would move me sure to hear your softened voice, Ara's voice, if softened unaware, and pity what I am. Ah, friend, I thought, as the husband of the Lady Waldemar, you're granted very surely pitiful, and yet Ara Lee must guard her voice from softening in the pity of your case, as if from lie or license. Certainly will soak up all the slush and soil of life with softened voices ere we come to you, at which I interrupted my own thought, and I spoke out calmly. Let us ponder, friend. Whatever our state, we must have made it first. And though the thing displease us, ay, perhaps displease us warrantably, never doubt that other states thought possible once, and then rejected by the instinct of our lives, if then adopted, had displeased us more than this, in which the choice, the will, the love, have stamped the honor of a patient act. From henceforth, what we choose may not be good, but that we choose it proves it good for us, potentially, fantastically, now or last year, rather than a thing we saw, and saw no need for choosing. Moths will burn their wings, which proves that light is good for moths, or else they had flown not where they agonize. Um, um, I, light is good, he echoed, and there paused, and then rapidly, Narian's will? I bowed my head, but found no word. 'Twas hard to speak of her to Lady Waldemar's new husband. How much did he know at last? How much? How little? He would take no sign, but straight repeated, Narian, is she well? She's well, I answered. She was there in sight, an hour back, but the night had drawn her home, where still I heard her in an upper room, her low voice seeming to the child in bed, who restless with the summer heat and play and slumber snatched at noon, was long sometimes at pulling off and took a score of songs. And mother hushes ere she saw him sound. She's well, I answered. Here? He asked. Yes, here. He stopped and sighed. That shall be presently, but now this must be. I have words to say, and would be alone to say them, I with you, and no third troubling. Speak then, I returned. She will not vex you. At which, suddenly he turned his face upon me with a smile, as if to crush me. I have read your book, Ara. You have read it, I replied, and I have written it. We have done with it, and now the rest? The rest is like the first, he answered, for the book is in my heart, lives in me, wakes in me, and dreams in me. My daily bread tastes of it, and my wine, which has no smack of it, I pour it out. It seems unnatural drinking. Bitterly I took the word up. Never taste your wine. Never waste your wine. The book lived in me ere it lived in you. I know it closer than another does, and how it's foolish, feeble, and afraid, and all unworthy so much compliment. Beseech you, keep your wine, and when you drink, still wish. Oh, oh no. Okay, somehow it. Oh no. Let me go find it again. I have to get it again. Somehow it should. I don't know what happened. I just went like to move it and it disappeared. So let me bring it up again, you all. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay, Doreen said, okay, Doreen said, I got to charge my phone, but I think you're doing a great job. Thank you for all you do. Hope you have a great week. Love you. See you later. Okay, thank you very much, Doreen. And I'm okay, thank you very much. And I sure appreciate your feedback. And Doreen, and you have a great week too. And love you too. And I'll see you later. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Uh-oh. Um, uh-oh. Okay, I got it now. Okay. Okay. Literally, I took the word up. Never waste your wine. The book lived in me ere it lived in you. I know it closer than another does, and how it's foolish, feeble, and afraid, and all unworthy so much compliment. Beseech you, keep your wine, and when you drink, still wish some happier fortune to a friend than even to have written a far better book. He answered gently, that is consequent. The poet looks beyond the book he has made, or else he had not made it. If a man could make a man, he'd henceforth be a god, and find feeling what a little thing is man. It is not my case, and this spatial book, I did not make it to make light of it. It stands above my knowledge, draws me up, 'tis higher to me. It may be that the book is not so high, but I so low instead. Still high to me. I mean no compliment. I will not say they are not, young or old, male writers, A or female. Let it pass, who writeth richer and completer books. A man may love a woman perfectly, and yet by no means ignorantly maintain 1,000 women have not larger eyes. Enough that she alone has looked at him with eyes that, large or small, have won his soul. And so this book, Ara, so your book. Alas, I answered, is it so indeed? And then was silent. Is it so indeed? He echoed. That alas is all your word? I said, I'm thinking of a far off, wait, far off June, when you and I, upon my birthday once, discourse of life and art, with both untried. I'm thinking, Romney, how 'twas morning then, and now 'tis night. And now, he said, 'tis night. I'm thinking, I resumed, 'tis somewhat sad that if I had known that morning in the dew, my cousin Romney would have said such words on such a night at close of many years. And speaking of a future book of mine, it would have pleased me better as a hope than as an actual grace it can at all. That's sad, I'm thinking. He said, 'tis night. And there, I added lightly, are the stars. And here we'll talk of stars and not of books. You have the stars, he murmured. It is well. Be like them. Shine, Ara, on my dark, though high and cold, and only like a star. And for this short night only, you who keep the same Ara of the bright June day that withered up the flowers before my face and turned me from the garden evermore because I was not worthy. Oh, deserved that I, who barely had not learnt God's lesson half, attaining as a dunce to obliterate good words with fractious thumbs and cheat myself of the context, I should push aside with nil ferocious impudence. The world's Ara, who had conned her part on the other side the leaf, ignore her so, because she was a woman and a queen, and had no beard to bristle through her song. My teacher, who has taught me with a book, my Miriam, who sweetened out when nearly drowned, I still heard singing on the shore, deserved that here I should look up unto the stars and miss the glory. Can I understand? I broke in. You speak widely, Romney Lee, or I hear widely. In that morning time we recollect, the roses were too red, the trees too green, reproach too natural, if one should not see what the other saw. And now it's night. Remember, we have shades in place of collars. We are now grown cold and old, my cousin Romney. Pardon me. I'm very happy that you like my book, and very sorry that I quoted back a 10 years birthday. 'Twas so mad a thing in any woman. I scarce marvel much you took it for a venturous piece of spite, provoking such excuses as indeed I cannot call you slack in. Understand, he answered sadly, something, if but so, this night is softer than an English day, and men may well come hither when they're sick, to draw in easier breath from larger air. This thus with me, I come to you, my lady of women, my Italy of women, just to breathe my soul out once before you, ere I go, as humble as God makes me at the last. I thank him, quite out of the way of men, and yours, Ara, like a punished child, his cheeks all blurred with tears and naughtiness, to silence in a corner. I am come to speak, beloved. Wisely, cousin Lee, and verily of us both? Yes, worthily. For this time I must speak out and confess that I, so truculent in assumption once, so absolute in dogma, proud in aim, and fierce in expectation, I who felt the whole world tugging at my skirts for help, as if no other man than I could pull, nor woman, that I led her by the hand, nor cloth hold, that I had in my coat, do know myself tonight for what I was on that June day, Ara, poor bright day, which meant the best, a woman and a rose, and which I smote upon the cheek with words until it turned and rent her. Young you were, that birthday, poet, but you talk the right, while I build up follies like a wall to intercept the sunshine in your face. Your face, that's worse. Speak wisely, cousin Lee. Yes, wisely, dear Ara, though too late. But then, not wisely. I was heavy then, and stupid, and distracted with the cries of tortured prisoners in the polished brass of that Valerian Hall Ball Society, which seems too hollow to bellow bravely like tea bowls. But if you listen, moans and eerie and cries instead, despairingly like victims tossed and gored and transpiled and trampled by their hooves. I heard the cries too close. I could not hear the angels lift a fold of rustling air, nor what they said to help my pity. I behold the world as one great famishing carnivorous mouth, a huge deserted callow blind bird thing, with piteous open beak that hurts my heart, till down upon the filthy ground I dropped, and tore the violets up to get the worms. Worms, worms, was all my cry, as open mouth, a gross want, bread to fill it to the lips. No more that poor men narrowed their dominions to such an end was a virtue, I supposed, adjudicating that to see it so was reason. Oh, I did not push a case up higher and ponder how it answers when the rich take up the same cry for themselves, professing equally an open mouth, a gross need, food to fill us, and no more. Why, that's so far from virtue, only vice can find excuse for it. That makes libertines, and slurs our cruel streets from end to end, with 80,000 women and one smile, who only smile at 8 at night beneath the gas. That body's satisfaction and no more is used for argument against the soils. Here too, the want, here too, implied the right. How dark I stood that morning in the sun, my best Ara, though I saw your eyes when when first you told me. Oh, I recollect the sounds, and how you lifted your small hand, and how your white dress and your burnished curls went rattling around you in the steel blue air, as if in inspiration from within had not blown them all out when you spoke the words. Even these you will not compass your poor ends. Um, a barley feeding and material ease, without the poet's individualism to work your universal. It takes a soul to to move a body. It takes a high souled man to move the masses, even to a clearer sky. It takes the ideal to blow an inch inside the dust of the actual, and your 4 years failed, because not poets enough to understand that life develops from within. I say your words. I could say other words of yours, for none of all your words will let me go, like sweet verbena, which being brushed against will hold us 3 hours after by the smell, in spite of long walks upon windy hills. But these words dealt in sharper perfume. These were ever on me, steaming through my dreams, and saying themselves forever over my nets, like some unhappy verdict that I failed, is certain. Sty or no sty, to contrive the swine's propulsion toward the precipice proved easy and plain. I subtly organized and ordered, built the cars up high and higher, till someone breathing all fell flat again, and setting right sides wide wrong. Near life so fatal, so I failed indeed, once, twice, and oftener, hearing through the writ of, of, of obstinate purpose, still these words of yours, you will not encompass your poor ends, not you, but harder than you said them, every time still farther from your voice, until they came to overcrow me with triumphant scorn, which fixed me to resistance. Sit down this for condemnation. I was guilty here. I stood upon my deed, and fought to my doubt, as men will, for I doubted, till at last my deed gave way beneath me suddenly, and left me what I am. The curtain dropped, my part quite ended, all the footlights quenched, my own and hissing at me through the dark. I ready for confession. I was wrong. I sorely failed. I slipped the ends of life. I yield. You have conquered. Stay, I answered him. I've something for your hearing also. I have failed too. You, he said, you're very great. The sadness of your greatness fits you well, as if the plume upon a hero's casque should, and a shadow upon his victor face. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay. Hello, Kim. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. I love you too, Kim. Okay. 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 I took him up austerely. You have read my book, but not my heart. For recollect, 'tis writ in Sanskrit, which you bungle at. I'm surely failed, I know. If failure means to look back sadly on work gladly done, to wander on my mountains of delight, she so called, I can remember a friend's words as well as you, sir, weary and in wait of fix even a sharp path of a sheep path, thinking bitterly. Well, no matter. I but say so much to keep you, Romney Lee, from saying more, and let you feel I am not so high indeed, that I can bear to have you at my foot, or safe that I can help you. That June day, too deeply sunk in craterous sunsets now, for you or me to dig it up alive, to pluck it out all bleeding with spent flame at the roots, before those moralizing stars we have got instead that poor lost day. You said some words as truthful as a thing of mine. You cared to keep the memory, and I hold if I that day, and being the girl I was, had shown a gentler spirit, less arrogance, it had not hurt me. You will scarce mistake that point here. I but only think, you see, more justly, that's more humbly of myself, than when I try to crown on and supposed. Nay, laugh, sir, I'll laugh with you. Pray you, laugh. Okay. I have had so many birthdays since that day. I've learned to prize mirth opportunities, which come too seldom. Was it you who said I was not changed? The same aura? Ah, we could laugh there too. Why, Olus's dog knew him and wagged his tail and died. But if I had owned a dog, I too, before my Troy, and if you brought him here, I warrant you, he'd look into my face, bark lustily, and live on stoutly, as a creature will whose spirits are not troubled by long loves. As a dog would never know me, I'm so changed. Much he's a friend, except that you're misled by the color of the hair, the trick of the voice, like that are Lee's. Okay, I'm going to stop there and okay okay and Kim says sorry I'm late. That's okay, Kim. You don't owe me an apology. Nobody ever owed me an apology. You're never late. You come when you can. You know, and I don't expect nobody apologize to me, because everybody's got a life, and I know you do too. We all do. And I'm so glad you're here now, Kim. That's what counts. Thank you, Kim. Okay, um, okay, and Marge said, "Get well soon, Noreen and Snyder." Hello, Marge. I'm fine. I just had a basal cell taken out of the edge of my nose, and Wednesday, and then he had to take a part of my skin right here, and grafted it on the edge of my nose, and it don't hurt. I'm not hurting, so I'm fine. And thank you, Marge. Okay. And welcome, Marge, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. And Kim said thank you, and you're welcome. Okay. And you're very welcome, Kim. Okay. Um, I'm gonna Well, this is getting so good, and I hate to stop, but I like that conversation between Romney Lee and Aura Lee, and I hate to quit. Oh. Um, but I gotta stop right there, you all. Okay, I'll write that down, and I will start it. Finish the rest of it next week. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna we're going today at the poetry forum. We're going to talk about is carpe diem. It's not really a poetic form. It's just like like a how you write the poem. I guess that's what you call, how you say it. Okay, carpe diem poems. Okay, it's a Latin phrase that means seize the day. And okay, before I start, I found my information from poemanalysis.com, and that's where you can find this. Okay. Okay, it's a Latin phrase that means seize the day. Carpe diem aim to instruct the readers or make them understand and to celebrate the present instead of the past and future. It is often used in love poems. And it could be, you don't have to be love poems, it could be any kind of, any subject you want it to be. Okay, and my take on it is that it expresses what goes on and happening right at now, at this moment, and enjoying life as much as, okay, enjoying your life as much as possible in the moment, right now, enjoying it. Express your emotions, whether it be love, joy, happiness, peace, sadness, loss, etc. That's my take on it. Okay. And you can find more information on it, poemanalysis.com, or you can Google it, Carpe Diem. You can find a lot of information on it too. Okay. And okay, and the word for today's word is called I got it from wordgenius.com, and it's called crack. CRAIC. And it's a noun. Origin is an Irish word in the 1970s. And I found an interesting word. Okay, definition is enjoyable social activity. Second definition is a good time. Example in a sentence: his birthday was such a crack, even though they got rained on. And it's spelled CRAIC. And did you know, while you hear mostly English in Ireland, a lot of people also speak Irish and Gaelic. Some other Gaelic terms you might hear are um, Fede means welcome, and it's spelled FAILTE. And Gra, GRA, means love. And fair warning though, don't try to pronounce any of these words with English phonetics. Okay. Okay, that was the end of that. Okay. Oh, hold on for a second. I meant to get this book. Okay. Hold on. And from that now, I am part of the poetry, the poetry posse of 2024, and I did a foreword on this. And the poet of this of January is Phyllis Wheatley, and I'm going to read what I wrote on here of the forward. Okay. Okay. And this is what I wrote on Phyllis Wheatley. This is my words. Phyllis Wheatley was the first African American and the first woman to publish a book, the first woman to make a living from her writing, and all was accomplished while being a slave. Through her work, Phyllis Wheatley is credited with helping create the foundation of African American literature and provide inspiration to African American emancipation of slavery. Phyllis Wheatley was born in 1753 in Gambia. I couldn't find any information on her birth parents. When she was 7 or 8 years old, she was forcibly kidnapped and brought across the Atlantic, United States, on the ship called Phyllis. Phyllis was a small, sick child when she was sold as a slave to John Wheatley, a wealthy Boston merchant. His wife, Susanna Wheatley, was in a search for a young female servant to help her and her daughter Mary in domestic duties. She was named after the ship Phyllis that brought her across to the United States. Then she received her last name, Wheatley, from her master. John and Susanna knew she was very intelligent. She was dismissed from her duties. Instead, Susanna and her daughter, Mary, taught her to read and to write. They encouraged her to write poetry. They also taught her religion, language, and literature and history. At the age of 12, Phyllis published her first poem on Nestor's Hussey and Coffin about sailors escaping disaster. Suzanne Wheatley supported Phyllis as she wrote her first book of poems. Poems on various subjects, religious, religious and moral, was published in London. She couldn't get her book published here in the United States because she was an African American and a woman. And another thing too, they voted against her. That's why she had to go somewhere else. Cause they all had a vote. They all said no to her. Okay, that's okay. And but Nathaniel, the master's son, took her to London to get it published. Susanna's friend, Selena Hastings, funded her book publication. After her book was published, she was emancipated from slavery. She married John Peters, a free black man who was a shopkeeper. They had children, but none survived infancy. Her husband was sent to prison for debt. Phyllis had to work as a scullery maid at a boarding house, doing work she had never done before. She developed pneumonia and died on December 5th, 1784, after giving birth to her daughter, who died shortly after her. I am very impressed with Phyllis Wheatley and her poetry. She's very talented and gifted poet. She stands for truth, honesty, hope, dreams, and freedom. She brings hope to the African American women and to all the people. She had been through so much, but still never gave up hope. She kept pushing on. Let us honor her and her poetry. The end. And that was a foreword I wrote on it. Okay. Um, okay. And I also write free poetry in this book every month now, and only one of them has to be about the poet. So one of them was about Phyllis Wheatley, and I wrote. Okay, this is a picture I put in here now. Okay, and this is a poem I wrote about Phyllis Wheatley. It's called Phyllis Wheatley. What an honor and privilege to read Phyllis Wheatley's poetry. She gave so much to us through her writings, like standing on the cloud watching the world and seeing right through them. If the people would listen to her, then there might not be any racism in this world now. If we could only view the world through her eyes, what would you see and hear? No matter what, she kept going, pushing forward. Let us show her respect and honor her by giving her a special day where we can read and learn about her. The end. Okay. And then two more poems I wrote in here. It's called Sonnet 24. Sometimes when I feel like falling apart, falling to pieces, I felt you holding me up, telling me I'm your sweetheart. Let it go. When my life is unfolding before my eyes, I know I'll be all right, for you and God are always by my side, lifting me, being my star, my flashlight. I will not let you down. I am your bride in heaven and on earth. Nothing can come between us, for our love is always strong. We won't deny it, and it is here from now to eternity. We do belong. We will write love poems together, and you'll write in the clouds. I'll write in the sand. The end. And the other one is called How Simple After All. Be good and be gentle. Show love and kindness. Smile. Give a sincere, warm compliment. Say hello. Have a great day. Go for a walk and enjoy nature surrounding you. Make a new friend. Check on your neighbors. Read a book or some poetry to a stranger or to a friend. How simple, after all. Why can't people get it? How simple, after all. The end. Okay, that's what I wrote for this book. Okay, and it'll be out every month. It's out every month. And I think it's been for 11 years now, and this is my first year being part of the Poetry Palisade 2024. And in October, last past October, as you all know, I was one of the one of the 4 poets featured in the book, in this book. Okay, okay, and okay, I want to okay share 2 more poems and with you all, and then we'll do the potpourri. Okay, Sonnet 29. Um, okay. 4 years ago today, you have left this earth for heaven, a better place to be, pain-free, wheelchair-free, and you are in bliss, and I will always be your devotee. I have learned to live without you, but I don't want to. Don't get me wrong. I'll always love you, and I will never say goodbye, and I do not want to. Let me rephrase. If I had another day, if I could, so much I want to do and want to say while you were alive and you understood. I wish I could love you, play and pray. This sonnet is for you, and I will not stop writing you. You're always in my thoughts. The end. Okay. And one more. I tried to make this as a sonnet, but I couldn't because I didn't want to change the words. I took like the way I said it, and it's still like a sonnet because it's 14 lines, and well, it's not a sonnet. It's still 14 lines and 10 syllables in each line. But I couldn't make it as a sonnet. Like I said, I don't want to change the words. And this called "Come Day" in my poetry. And this still to my teddy bear, darling Gary. There's so many more poems I want to write you. I will never stop. There's so much I want to convey in my poetry of our love and of you. Yes, we had our different opinions on certain things. Still, our love never failed, just grew stronger. We stood by each other through thick and thin, through good and bad health, no matter what. Our love was tested. Our love just got stronger. Even though you're no longer here, I know you still read my poetry and always be proud of me as I am proud of you. I will not let let my poetry be curled up. I'll share my poetry to the world. The end. Okay. 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 Um. Does anybody want to come on here? Now I have potpourri. If anybody wants to come on and read your poetry, um, okay, read your poetry. When you got any projects or your books are out, you want to talk about your books, any announcements or whatever you have, or you just want to come and talk and whatever you have to say. Come on up here, and I will write down the okay okay, I'll put the link in here. Um okay. Okay. And if anybody wants to come on here, okay, I got on here now. Um. Okay. I was looking for the my post on my on the Portrait Club on my Portrait Club, but I'm upset. I want to say something right now. I should found another a porn, and I don't um. And if anybody ever sees porn, let me know because I do not want porn on the Portrait Club, and let me know right away because I just saw that and I was going through it upsets me because we got I don't allow that because this is poetry, not porn. I don't have porn, and I should deleted it and ban them too. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to find it. Last week it was easier, and this time it's harder to find. Um. Um. Okay. It's not showing up on here now. It did last Saturday, but not today. Um. Okay, maybe it'll work if I click on my name and find it. There it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was on my Okay. Okay. Um. Okay, I couldn't find it. I thought it was, but that was on my site. So okay, you can click on that on the StreamYard.com IDWYZ 4GTM4. You can copy it and paste it on the address bar, or you can sit click on it. It'll take you right in the studio if you want to come on here and in the studio. You can read their poetry. You can read someone else's poetry, but give us who they are, and you can give us announcements. If you have any announcements, if you have um any projects going on, or you want to talk about your books coming out or whatever, you can, or you want to talk, you can. Okay. And while we're doing that, I do have announcements. So okay, okay, this coming Wednesday on the 24th, Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. in the 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm having a show called Have a Chat with poet Noreen, and guest star is Chef Cat Aziz Hajam. He'll be on here Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you live in India, where he is, it will be at 8 a.m. in the morning on Thursday on the 25th. Okay. On the Thursday morning. Okay. And at Indian time. Okay. And I think he wants to be on for 20 minutes. So it'll be a short show, like 20 minutes. And stay tuned for that. Okay. And next one it has going to have her own show on a podcast show on TuneIn Radio. You can listen tunein.com. You can see it on the laptop. You have to download the app on your desktop, on your laptop, or on your phone. And it's tunein.com. And she's going to have a show called The Potpourri Circle with Max Lynette, a poetess. It's going to be a recording every Thursday at noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And then, okay, me fun. Where's the other? Okay, I used to keep it right here. Wow, it used to be right here all the time. Okay, let me see if I can remember all these other shows by heart. I'll try. Okay, see what I can okay, 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 let me see. Okay, Nala Alicia has a show every Thursday night called the Speakeasy Cafe Open Mic Poetry Show from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. every Thursday night on the Blog Talk Radio. And if you want to donate to her, donate to her show, and so we can pay for it, because it costs money to be on Blog Talk Radio for 3 hours. Is over 2,000, I think it was, and she don't have the money anymore to pay for it. So if you would donate to her GoFundMe page, go on her page, Facebook page, Nyla Alicia, and you'll see it there, and you can donate. Okay, and if you want to call in and call in and read your poetry there, and you can call in and read your poetry. Okay. So if you want to call in, if you've never been on there before, you want to go on and tell her that I told you about her, because there was a cause for everybody that comes on there, like let's say somebody comes on there and read their poem and they mention me, I will be in the drawing for a prize. Okay. And okay, Gina Storm had a show, Gina Storm, Brother O, Nina, Nina and in purple, I think it is, has our co-host on the show called and I'm trying to remember by heart on talk show radio station every Monday night from 9 p.m. to 10, something like that. But I don't remember exactly the address. And if you want to call in, you can call in and read your poetry there too. Okay, and plus Gina Storm has a show every 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 day on something on the Clubhouse. And one of her shows are on Blog Talk Radio, and that is on Saturday. I was on there last Saturday, and I love that show, her and Jay. So watch it next. It's on every other Saturday. So next Saturday it's going to be on there. So I forget the name of it. I was on there last Saturday, and I found out about it from her. And it's a really good show. If you want to read your poetry, you can call in too. So go over there. And plus, she has something on her Clubhouse too. That is an app too. Okay. Honey Parker has a show every Sunday and Wednesday night from 11 p.m. to midnight called Poetic Expressions on Outworld Fleet radio station, and it's a pre-recording too. So it's an awesome show, and you don't want to miss that either. And that's every Sunday and Wednesday night. Okay, I don't know the link either to it. I don't have that memorized. And if you want your book published, and you don't want to go through if you want to go through a traditional, then go through Bill Peters. He has a book publishing company, his own. He owns it, called Inner Child Press. And check him out, and you can get your book published through him. If you don't want to go through Amazon, Kindle print. That's what I go through, Kindle print. Okay, and me trying to think. Okay, Craig Kirkland has a show every Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. I think it's 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Called the TDP show with Amazia the Great, and his channel on YouTube is Amazia the Great, and you don't want to miss it. I know I haven't been on there in so long, and I apologize. I should have been really busy. But if you want to watch his show, you can go on there and get and listen. And okay, I'm trying to remember. See what else I remembered. Okay, I remember it was Honey Parker. I mentioned about Bill Peters. I mentioned Gina Storm. I mentioned Nala Licious show, and I mentioned Max Winnett, a poetry show too. Oh, another thing about Max Winnett, she also has a show. Not a show. She also has a site about the creatives. She has a magazine too, and you can check her out on her magazine and check it out. She has a magazine. I still don't have everything marked down, and okay, and honey, I mentioned Honey Parker already, and if you need a life coach, go check out Honey Parker because she is an excellent one. She's has excellent one, and you need one because I would recommend her. She's the best there is, so go check her out. Okay, okay, and you can go check out Brenda Mohammed's a website, her group called How to Write for Success, literature, uh-oh. I can't remember to say it right either. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing marked down, and I can't find that list. Okay, I'm gonna have to write a new one now. Okay. And if anybody wants to come on, you can come on the show. And okay. And I mentioned about have a chat with poet Noreen. Okay, I think that was about it. Okay, I'll see if anybody wants to come on. Um, okay. Um, um, okay. Okay. Um. Okay, I do have another. If you want to go on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com / Gary and Noreen, and you can see our products we have up there. All of our books are up there, and I will go and greeting cards and all of that. Okay, and if you want that, you go up there and order. Could you whether you take the whether you should donate it, whatever you get, you buy or should give us for a tip. We will going to use half of that going to I'm going to be going toward me getting more books and more of my supplies I need to do my projects. And besides that, it will go toward also that new project I want to do, what I started last year, where I want to start this for Easter and give out where Gary used to be at the Grove, the Grove at in Lake Wells. I want to give all the cards, donate the cards to them. And each person a greeting card every holiday, starting with Easter. I did it for Christmas now, and I know I don't have time for Valentine, but I want to start for Easter. But I should need if anybody buys the products, what we have, half of that will go toward that too, and that's what I'm working on, so I can do it. Because I would love to do it. That is my goal. Okay. And I'm starting in February. What is what I want to do? I want to pay close attention starting in February of each person who sends a poem in there or make any comment. I'll make a note of it because I'm going to start giving out certificates. Okay. That's what I want to do. That is my goal. I hope I can do it this time. I truly mean it. Okay. Well, it don't look like anybody else is coming on here. It don't look like it, so and okay, I will close out and thank you all for stopping by. And thank you all. I want to thank everybody for coming here today. And I sure appreciate each one of you all. And thank you all. And I will see you all next Saturday at 6 o'clock. And then and don't forget Wednesday night, 9:30, if you can make it, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And India time will be Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning in their time. And watch and listen to Chef Cat with his interview. Okay. And you can ask questions too if you have any questions. And I hope y'all can. I know some of y'all can't. I know some of y'all go to Italy and y'all won't be able to make it. I know that. I understand. Okay. And don't forget, watch out for, oh yeah, I do want to tell y'all, if y'all go on my website, okay, during my website, Gary and Noreen Snyder .wix.com/poetry, then and you sign up for the newsletter, you will be able to download a free ebook, The Hour of Truth. I hope y'all can do it, and I will be doing it. Already did my first newsletter already. I will be doing a special newsletter too. I do the newsletter monthly, every month, about the beginning of each month. And then any times in between I have anything special, I will share that too. So go and check it out. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, and remember, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams. And whatever your dreams are, don't listen to anybody else. If that's what you want to do, if that's your dream, go for it. So don't give up on your dreams. Go and live your dreams. And that's what you want. And I believe in you. I know you can do it because I believe in you, and you got to believe in yourself. That's the most important. Just believe in yourself. Okay. And okay. And I will see you all next Saturday at 6 o'clock. Thank you all for joining and being here tonight. And wasn't for you all, it wouldn't be no show. So thank you all very much. And stay warm, you all. It's very cold out there now. It's a cold weekend. Even here in Florida. It's going to get down to 39 tonight in Florida. In Central Florida, anyway. So stay warm, everyone. Okay, and we love you all, and God loves you too, and God bless you all. Have a great night. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and have a great week. Good night, everyone. Love you all.